Hello everyone and welcome to the Impact Play. We are your weekly source for the latest news, updates, discussions, and debates that emerges out beyond than just gaming. We're not only blurring the lines between gaming, entertainment, sports, and music, we're even amplifying those voices and having their stories told here on the Impact Play. Join us as we record the show live over at twitch.tv/the Impact Play by clicking on that notification bell so you will be notified when we do go live, or later on YouTube, or even on your favorite podcast platform. Just simply search for the Impact Play. However you consume your content, wherever you consume it, we are there. Join us on Patreon, where silver recruits and above get the show ad-free. Gold recruits and above have exclusive access to not only the post-show, but they can even call in and be a part of the live show experience. Learn more at patreon.com/the Impact Play. If you haven't heard about Anchor, you're definitely missing out. Give it a try. It's free and simple. Plus, you've got nothing to lose. You don't need the best equipment out there. All you need is your phone and something to talk about. There's even creation tools that allow you to not only record, but also edit your podcast, all within the app. Whatever your passion is, Anchor is the surefire way to not only start your podcast, but also distribute it across a multitude of platforms, including Spotify, Google and Apple Podcasts, and so much more. Download the free Anchor app or simply go to anchor.fm to get started. I'm your host Mohammed, otherwise known as It's YuGiOh. This is episode 110. On the agenda, we have Ubisoft's new free-to-play title, XDefiant. New Konami's next YuGiOh titles are on the horizon. Pro Evolution Soccer is getting a name change. Activision Blizzard is facing a lawsuit. Ferrari is making its way onto Fortnite. Is a Simpsons musical? Has John Cena returned to the WWE? District 9 may be getting a sequel. The Last of Us has finally begun filming. The Olympics have begun. The Mavs are the 2021 NBA champions. Kanye West's album release, as well as Camila Cabello's latest single, and more. Plus the top news stories of the week. So, welcome to our very first segment of the show, where we discuss what we have been playing, what we have been enjoying, and essentially what we have been up to. If you guys have been following the Impact Play Twitch channel, I do live playthroughs of Rocket League, and I've finally gone ahead and started playing NBA 2K for the very first time, or 2K21 to be more precise. My first playthrough of it, I had no idea what button was doing what, so literally in the second quarter, I was down by like 30 points, if not more. So I ended up losing by like 50 points, I believe, by the game's end. But it is honestly like my first NBA title, so I had no idea what control that did what. I was essentially figuring it all out. So I've done ahead and I played it once more, but I was doing the training, so I could go ahead and get used to the controls, and I've been improving. I've been having a blast. And speaking of NBA, that I literally yesterday ended up buying a basketball from Dick's Sporting Goods. So literally that one game has got me into playing basketball once again. I haven't played it in years, ever since middle school days. Just casually playing with family and cousins and all that stuff. But yeah. So, Rocket League has a new skin that's available now. I call it skins because I'm used to Fortnite, Call of Duty, and Apex and all that stuff. But it's the Jurassic World Jeep that's available in shop now until next Thursday. Of course, even though that's like my least favorite skin out of this whole month, I went ahead and purchased it anyways, because I enjoy Rocket League a whole lot. And I've gotten into the NBA Top Shot, which will be one of our news stories, and I'll discuss that later on in the Sports Play. But yeah, collecting digital moments and what have you. And let's see. In regards to shows, it's the usual. I'm catching up with Lucifer, and which is also a new story out of our entertainment play for today. So there is that. Anime. I just caught up with the Seven Deadly Sins. I enjoyed it. And movie-wise, literally the last movie that I watched was Space Jam. I discussed it on the last week's post show. Yeah, that's literally all I've been up to. Like I'm all okay. One more thing, I am watching Cars 2, which I didn't really watch. But yeah, and other than that, that's about it. So I guess we're gonna hop into the news, and we're gonna start with your gaming play. Where are you? Oh, here it is. And the first one on the list is Blizzard harassment, discrimination, and then a quote-unquote broke culture, or frat boy culture, I should say. And these two articles are coming from gamesindustry.biz, and they are related to this one topic. So, actually three. So, this was filed. This was posted Thursday, July 22nd, as of this recording. So, the California Department of Fair Employment and Housing has filed a lawsuit against Activision Blizzard for violations of the state's civil rights and equal pay laws regarding its treatment of women. The lawsuit is the result of a 2-year investigation into the studio by the state agency. Bloomberg reported and described Activision Blizzard's alleged frat boy culture and breeding ground for harassment and discrimination against women, which is not at all welcome. And hate or harassment or any form of that isn't welcome at all, especially here in the Impact Play. We do not condone that and we do not welcome it. The lawsuit describes an atmosphere where women have to continually fend on unwanted sexual comments and advances by their male co-workers and are being groped at what the document describes as cube brawls. In the office, women are subjected to quote-unquote cube crawls, in which male employees drink copious amounts of alcohol as they crawl their way through various cubicles in the office and often engage in inappropriate behavior toward female employees. The lawsuit reads, male employees proudly come into work hungover, play video games for long periods of time during work while delegating their responsibilities to female employees, engage in banter about their sexual encounters, talk openly about female bodies, and jokingly about rape, which at all is again not welcome at all, which shouldn't exist. The document goes on explaining the tragic consequences of this alleged constant sexual harassment, with a female employee dying by suicide during a business trip with a male supervisor who had brought quote-unquote butt plugs and lubricant with him. No comment. The DFEA reports that numerous complaints were made to HR and management, including to Blizzard Entertainment's J. Allen Brack, to no avail. Employees were further discouraged from complaining, as human resource personnel were known to be close to alleged harassers. The lawsuit says, as a result of these complaints, female employees were subject to retaliation, including but not limited to being deprived of work on projects, unwillingly transferred to different units, and selected for layoffs. The lawsuit also highlights a pay gap between genders across all roles and seniority levels. These discriminatory practices began at hire, when women were offered lower compensation and less lucrative job assignments and opportunities than their male counterparts, the document reads. But yeah. So hopefully this will change, because this is not welcome at all. So this is a statement coming from the president of Blizzard Entertainment. So, quote unquote, I personally have a lot of emotions coming out of yesterday, and I know you do too. Brack said the allegations and the hurt of current and former employees are extremely troubling. He added, while I can't comment on the specifics of the case, as it's an open investigation. What they can say is that the behavior detailed in the allegations is completely unacceptable. Bratt went on to say nobody at the company should face discrimination or harassment, and everybody should feel safe working there, as it should be everywhere. He added that it takes courage for people to come forward with their stories, and insists the company and leadership take such stories seriously and investigate them appropriately. People with different backgrounds, views, and experiences are essential for Blizzard, our teams, and our player community. Brack said, I disdain bro culture and I have spent my career fighting against it. He added, a company is more than a legal construct that exists as a piece of paper in a filing cabinet in Delaware. The people that work there as a company make it what it is through their actions and creations. Each of us plays a role in maintaining a place of safety for one another, and is also up to each of us to continue to craft the Blizzard we want, and commit to doing our part and keeping Blizzard great, but always aspire for more. But yeah, like that is not, it's not cool at all. And here is Bungie speaking out against it as well. Okay. Bungie is built on empowering our people, no matter who they are, where they are from, or how they identify, the company wrote via Twitter. We have a responsibility to acknowledge, reflect, and do what we can to push back on a persistent culture of harassment, abuse, and inequality that exists within our industry. It's our responsibility to ensure this type of behavior is not tolerated at Bungie at any level, and that we never excuse it or sweep it under the rug. While the accounts in this week's news are difficult to read, we hope that we will lead to justice, awareness, and accountability. We have a zero tolerance policy at Bungie for environments that support this toxic culture, and we are committed to rooting them out to defend those who are at risk. Women, PC, and under their present communities have nothing to gain by reliving their trauma. We believe them when they come forward with a report of abuse or harassment. We don't pretend that Bungie is perfect and that no one has ever experienced harassment while working here, but we will not tolerate it and confront it head on, and we will continue to do the work every day to be better. Our goal is to continue to improve the experience for everyone working at Bungie and do our part to make the gaming industry as a whole to be more welcoming and inclusive. But yeah. So moving on into Ubisoft new multiplayer free-to-play shooter, X-Defiant, which is a mashup of different universes, such as Ghost Recon, Splinter Cell, The Division, and more. So I'm definitely excited about this. So hopefully they have cross-play and cross-progression as well. That's what I'm waiting for as well. I'm still waiting for The Division 2 to have cross-progression. That's why I haven't touched it. Let's see something. So there's a closed beta test that will begin August 5th. With you could register for it now on their site, but it looks good. Ugh. This looks like it might be my next game that I might get into. So I'm definitely excited for it. Thank you, Ajahn, for that news report. Next, Konami announces multiple new digital YuGiOh titles, including its most complete digital version yet. And this is coming from MMOBomb.com. Konami has a digital CCG presence in YuGiOh Duel Links, but a video presentation revealed much more about its future plans for online gaming. Duel Links itself will be getting the Arc 5 world in 2021, but the biggest announcements revolved around a group of new games that are sure to please duelists who believe in the heart of the cards, as myself included. The biggest reveal was for YuGiOh Master Duel, a full-featured adaptation of the physical CCG Konami calls the most complete YuGiOh TCG title yet. It will release on basically every platform under the sun: PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series consoles, the Xbox One, Switch, Steam, iOS, and Android, and will be the first digital YuGiOh digital game to officially support 4K. But literally, when I saw this announcement, I was excited about it. So literally, they took Magic the Gathering's what's that arena and made it not only better, but made it their own as well. Like, it looks so good. I'm excited about it. And there's another one called Rush Duels, which is essentially my belief is to be a fast-paced Yu-Gi-Oh duel. Instead of the regular 60 card duel, it'll be 30 or 20, I believe. As similar to the speed duels. This was released in Japan, I believe, about a year or so ago, and they're bringing it into the US. But literally, I'm excited for it. So hopefully this will be good, and I'm all for it. Apex Legends Esports will have $5 million, a $5 million prize pool in return, and will return to live events. Thank you to Benjamin for this article. The Apex official esports league is getting a $5 million prize pool and in return to live physical events if conditions allow for the coming year. EA and Respawn Entertainment's Battle Royale competitive slate feature a mix of online and physical events, crossplay competition, and pro as well as amateur battles. The Apex Legends Global Series kicked off in June with a showcase of 170 of the best Apex Legends squads from around the world. The esports events are the tip of the spear for EA and Respawn's efforts to grow the already large audience for Apex Legends. Earlier this year, the Apex Legends Battle Royale crossed more than 100 million players, and I was one of them. Yeah. Moving on. This is coming from Rockstar directly. GTA Online Los Santos tuners are out now. Car culture is taking back to the streets, and GTA Online Los Santos tuners. Los Santos Tuners delivers an action-packed new update for all fans of GTA Online, featuring the LS Car Meet, a brand new club and social space for players to get together and show off their customized personal vehicles, test new cars and friends on a private track, watch others mod their cars in real time, and more player-requested features, plus 10 new, highly customizable cars in a range of tuner-inspired styles. A new auto shop property, 6 epic new robbery style contracts, new races, a host of new quality of life improvements, and much, much more. I think I've played GTA not GTA Online, GTA I believe 6 or 5. No, GTA 6 isn't out now. GTA 5 on Xbox Game Pass. I played it once, but literally haven't gone back to it. But yeah, I'm excited for it. New content means a much deeper experience. Moving on. Ariana Grande, Lady Gaga, and Naruto are coming to Fortnite. It's coming from PC Gamer. Fortnite's next big concert will be headlined by Ariana Grande, according to a combination of court documents and recent leaks. In addition to Naruto, as well as, what was the other one? Oh, Lady Gaga. Literally, just, there's no other information about it. So, speaking of Fortnite, the Ferrari 296 GTB is available is drivable in Fortnite now. So you can road test it. There's a new Epic Quest, and there's also new skins in the shop as well, with outfits. Oh well. Okay. Gamescom will be taking place between August 25th and the 29th. And the roster includes Bethesda, EA, Sega, and Ubisoft. This came from PocketGamer.biz. Next, we mentioned Netflix expansion into gaming, and they're going to start with mobile. This is coming from The Verge. And of course, we talked about this before. We'll discuss it a little bit again. That there will not be a price increase. Pro Evolution Soccer will now be known as eFootball and will be free to play. Thank you to Engadget. Xbox announces new Microsoft Flight Simulator accessories ahead of its Xbox official launch on the Xbox consoles. Xbox Series consoles, I should say. And these are coming from Turtle Beach, Fly Honeycomb, TM Thrustmaster, and Razer. Alright, and we're gonna end this gaming play with a hybrid of gaming and music. So, and this is in regards to NBA 2K22, will feature a hip-hop career option. This is coming from hiphopdx.com. As the NBA season comes to a close, popular video game franchise NBA 2K has begun the rollout for its upcoming game. NBA 2K unveils their cover athletes for NBA 2K22 with 5 different versions. Now the creators of the game are announcing even more big news. The city will see a whole new bunch of features added. The focus is on the expansion on the role-playing mechanics, which includes the chance for players to chase a side career to complement their NBA dreams. According to a report by Screen Rant, one of those side career players will be able to choose from is a rapper. Basketball and hip-hop go hand in hand, and rappers and ball players love crossing over into each other's worlds. So I'm definitely excited about it, and that's what I forgot to pre-order, because I rarely buy physical games, but the only reason why I'm gonna pre-order this one is because it's the first WNBA player to be featured on a 2K game. So I'm gonna pre-order, and it's available exclusively at GameStop. Okay. And now it's time for your entertainment play. Where are you? Entertainment. Oh, found you. Okay. John Cena makes a major announcement in his highly anticipated return to Raw. This is coming from Yahoo. One night after making a surprise return to WWE during last Sunday's Money in the Bank pay-per-view event, 16-time champion John Cena was back on Monday Night Raw, and he just so happened to be the first episode of the show with live fans in attendance since the COVID-forced shutdown began in March of 2020. Finally, we can come back and cheer together and boo together and make some noise and connect with people that love this. Cena, this came from John Cena in Dallas. And even though the act, after merely announcing his presence, so he's here for the Universal Championship about 5 weeks from now, but we'll see if he's here for good. So he's not a full-time wrestler because he's into the entertainment world. He's an actor. But yeah, moving on. The Simpsons is doing its first ever all-musical episode in season 33 premiere. The Simpsons will kick off season 33 by singing a new tune. Many of them, actually. The long-running Fox animated comedy will present its first ever all-musical episode. The show's producers revealed in a Comic-Con video panel on Saturday, titled "The Star of the Backstage." The September 26th premiere is the most musical episode we've ever done, declaring executive producer Matt Salmon almost wall-to-wall music. It's like a Broadway musical of an episode with all original songs. In addition, The Good Place star Christine Bell, who guest starred in the season 27 episode, will be featured as Marge's singing voice. We all love Marge's voice, added Solomon, but this is a singing voice that's different. So yeah, that's exciting. Now let's see. HBO's Last of Us stars prep to start filming in Alberta. It's coming from GameSpot. Alberta, Canada. So literally, that's all it is. That's all this news story has for us. The charmed history repeats itself. Medellin Mantok exits show after 3 seasons. It's coming from the EW. So playing Macy on Charmed for the last 3 seasons has been an immense privilege, and I have so enjoyed working with our fantastic producers, creatives, cast, and crew. Mantak said, "I'm incredibly grateful to the CW and CBS Studios for my time on the show, for being a brilliant support in my difficult decision to leave. Huge thanks to our fans who can look forward to and what I know will be a spectacular fourth season." So it doesn't say why she's leaving, but yeah, literally. But that's about it. Moving on. Marvel's Blade has found its director. Bassam Tariq, best known for directing 2020's Michael Mowgli. And moving on. District 9, the director hints at a long-awaited sequel. Thank you, GameSpot, for this other article. So speaking to IGN, Blue Cap said it took, or should I say, director Neil Bluecap said it took some time to craft a story that was more than a simple sequel. The script continues to be written. It's looking good. It took a decade to figure out, to come up with a reason why to make that film as opposed to just make a sequel, he said. Regarding the plot of District 10, Bluecap did not share any specifics, but he teased it will dig into a certain topic in American history. So that's about it. Short. She-Hulk cast Arrow director Josh Segarra. I think comic book for that update. Leslie Grace will star as Barbara Gordon in DC's Batgirl movie from In the Heights. Thank you, IGN. So Miss Marvel and Hawkeye are both set to release in 2021. So I'm definitely excited for this. Anything that's like superhero related or more directly Marvel related, I'm excited. I'm all for it. DC reveals the cast for its animated Injustice movie. I honestly thought this was gonna be a live action for the Injustice. When I heard about it, I'm like, oh, it's gonna be interesting. But it's animated. And I'm always for animated, but I prefer live action every now and then. So it's due for release fall of this year. Marvel announces the return of Luke Cage. But to the pages of Marvel Comics, to be more precise, not the not the TV show or the movie route. With launch Luke Cage City of Fire, a 3-issue miniseries that will serve as something of a modern character piece vehicle for Luke Cage by examining his expanded role in Marvel's Harlem neighborhood, as well as the larger cinematic universe. I'm sorry, Marvel Universe. Cinematic is the movies. The series will also see Luke Cage go up against a villain group named Regulators, as well as police after a black man in Cage's community is shot to death. So I'm not going to go into more specifics because I'm trying to keep it spoiler free as possible. If you guys are interested, be sure to check it out. Leslie Grace will play. Wait, did we say that already? Oh no, we didn't. Hold on, give me a second. I feel like we said that already. Let me see. Are you entertainment? No, that's not the one. Same one. Yeah, Leslie Grace. Yeah, oh, oh, okay. Here's more details. It's going from GameSpot. Okay, that's what I missed. That's gonna be on HBO as well. So I'm excited for this as well. Like literally anything superhero related or more precisely Marvel, I'm all for it, regardless. And now let's go into Dragon Ball Super. Reveals the title and teases a new animation style at Comic Con at home, or San Diego Comic Con to be more precise. So this is coming from IGN, by the way. After an official teaser earlier this year, in that a new Dragon Ball Super movie was in the works, a recent Comic Con panel has revealed the official title for the upcoming film, Dragon Ball Super Superhero. I honestly didn't think this was real. This is like weird. It's slated to premiere sometime in 2022. While not much is known about the film yet, series producers Ikio Yoko said during the Dragon Ball special panel that the decision to add two supers is that in the title was to emphasize that the movie is about the superhero vibes. The movie will be the latest feature film following the release of Dragon Ball Super Broly, which was originally teased in 2018. So the panelists also noted that the film will include some new designs of several characters from the franchise, as well as a brief teaser that shows off a new animation style. So, like I said, I'm all for it. Okay, let's see what else we got. PUBG is working on an animated series from Adi Shankar and Grafton Inc. That let's see, that's literally it. Okay, Lucifer is getting its final season that will premiere in September on Netflix, and, I'm literally trying to catch up as much as I can. Literally, and there is a new original series coming to Amazon Prime Video this November. It's called The Wheel of Time, so I'm all for that as well. And it's co-produced by Amazon Studios and Sony Pictures Television. All right, and we're gonna end this with Old creeping number one with an estimated $15 million in the box office. When I saw this trailer, I wasn't excited about it. I'm surprised it's topped the charts this weekend. It's poised to top the domestic box office charts this weekend with an estimated $15.75 million. But yeah, thank you, Variety, for that article. And now it's time for your sports play. LeBron James becomes the first player in NBA history to make $1 million in earnings while still playing. And of course, we're gonna go into the NBA championships. So congratulations to the Milwaukee Bucks for winning the finals 4-2. So when I was watching Game 6, the first half, I honestly thought Phoenix had us in the bag. They were doing pretty good. The offense was good. The defense was phenomenal. But then what happened? Milwaukee turned it around upside down, and literally they beat them 105-98. Like wow, like wow. This like the first quarter, Phoenix were down 16-29, and then they ended up like catching up and beating them during the by the first half's end, 31-13 in the second quarter. And the third quarter ended up being pretty decent, 30-35. And then they fell short on the last quarter, 21-28. But yeah, literally, it was phenomenal. Though it was a great game, regardless. So congrats to the Milwaukee Bucks as well. Hold on, give me a second. as well as give me a second. Let me see how to let me see if I can pronounce this. I know his first name, Giannis, and to Kunpo for winning the MVP. All right, moving on. The Olympics has begun. Opening ceremony began on July 23rd, and the first gold and the first medals of the Olympics has been awarded to uh, I guess shooting. The first one was won by Yang Qian of China of for the 10 millimeter air rifle event. Okay. Let's see. I'm assuming it's 151.8 yards or something like that. And then the silver went to Russia's Anastasia Galashina with 2051.1, as and the bronze went to Switzerland's Nina Kirsten with 230.6. Okay, and here's some breaking news for you. Bryson, the Chamber is unable to complete at the Olympics after testing positive for COVID-19. Okay, and this is coming from Sports Center. Thank you for that. So Patrick Reed will take his place in Tokyo. And I guess we'll talk about this because this is like a hybrid of sports and music. So musicians from this is coming from Billboard. Musicians from around the world came together to perform. John Lennon and YuGiOh once imagined for the opening ceremony at the Tokyo Olympics on Friday, and among them were John Legend and Keith Urban. The performance kicked off with children's choruses from Asia singing on the floor of a mostly empty Olympic stadium in Tokyo, because literally the Olympics is essentially close to everybody domestically and internationally. So it's literally just live TV. And then yeah, let's see. And we're gonna end this with the sports play with a tweet from NBA Top Shot doing a partnership with Quavo. And I'm gonna play this for you. So all of you audio listeners, you are missing out. There we go. Wait, wrong way. Wrong one, wrong way. I gotta go this way. There we go. That looks much better. I messed up. Window capture. Hey. Oh, I gotta edit it here. That's six. There we go. Much better. It's funny how I messed up. I didn't realize it. Okay. For some reason, it's not recording the sound. Let me edit it.
What's up, y'all? I'm excited to be partnering with NBA Top Shot. Make sure you sign up to get your starter pack. Then collect moments from my favorite players, and you'll win some prizes. The NBA Finals pack finna drop, and it's gonna be dope. You don't want to miss it. So, what's up, y'all?
So yeah, I'm definitely excited about it. I started, I was invested in the NBA Top Shot maybe like during the finals, during the NBA Finals. I was trying to figure things out, but it's yeah, it's nice to collect. Literally, I'm not, but these quests and challenges like with Quavo, it's an added bonus to it to add more value to it. But I'm literally here just for collecting it essentially. But yeah, for the collecting. And now we're gonna end this with the music play. Or not end it, but the last news segment, the music play. So, if you guys were in Atlanta, I'm sure you've heard about Kanye's new album listening event, dubbed Donda, his 10th studio album. So he took over the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So literally, he just played songs from his album, essentially. So the album is named after his educationer mother who died in 2007 at the age of 58. And Atlanta even dubbed that day, the city of Atlanta dubbed that day Kanye West Day, apparently, because he's made such an impact. So if you guys haven't heard the track and haven't heard the album, it's not out yet because it's been delayed to August 6th for official release. But if it's not for everyone to like, for any sort of fan of Kanye. If you guys don't enjoy it, you don't have to enjoy it. You don't have to force yourself to enjoy something that it's just not for you or not meant for you. And he was also spotted at a Atlanta United soccer match after the listening event, which happened yesterday. And he also debuted his Yeezy 1022 boots at the show as well. Happy 52nd birthday to Jennifer Lopez. She looks phenomenal. All right, moving on. Drake's delayed next album, Certified Lover Boy, is in the can and it's due out sometime before the end of the summer. That much we know. The finer details, not so much. So that's literally it. Siddiqui Billboard for that update. These next, these, no, these, oh no, this is coming from Complex. So Camila Cabello shares her new single, Don't Go Yet. On Friday, she released her latest single, okay, into her third studio album, Familia. So thank you, Complex. And this last one is coming from Billboard. So we have new releases. We have Industry Baby by Lil Nas X and Jack Harlow. We have Right on Time by Brandy Carlile. We have Liquor Store by Remy Wolf. We have Your Best Friend by Kiana Letty and Kalani. We have Mercy by King Mala. And we have Glowing by A Great Big World. So now we're gonna move on to Raider Mail. If you want to send us Raider Mail, here's how. We want to know your feedback, your thoughts, and even any questions you may have for us by sending us Raider Mail on the Discord server, leaving a voice note over at anchor.fm/THEIMPACTPLAY, or even by sending us an email to raidermail@impactplay.com. Who knows, we even be featured on a future episode, or even our special Raider Mail segment of the show. So thank you guys so much for making the Impact Play a part of your day. If you wish to join our community server over on Discord, be sure to enter exclamation Discord and chat now. And guys, we're trying to unlock subs over on Twitch, and we need your help. Share the channel with your friends, your family, anyone who believes will benefit from the show. And we cannot do this without you. We're literally one step away from unlocking subs, which will further elevate this show to new heights, to a new community, and just having more people find us. And literally just share the channel, follow us, join us when we go live, lurk if you must, because every little bit helps. Follow us on social, And yeah, but let me check if there's any last minute news stories before we end this, or anything breaking news. Okay, here's something breaking as well. France hands the U.S. men's basketball team their first loss in the Olympics since 2004, snapping their 25-game Olympic winning streak. Avi Thunder led the way with 28 points. Thank you, Sports Center, for that tweet. Let's see. Let's see. The internet. About that. So, Buja, it has his very own skin in Fortnite, which is available now, I believe. Okay. So the Rolling Stones are returning to the U.S. this fall. With September 20th on September 26th in St. Louis for the first reunion since last year's postponement. Uh, so let me read this. September 30th, they're going to be in Charlotte, North Carolina, at the Bank of America Stadium. October 4th, Pittsburgh, at the Haynes Field. October 9th, in Nashville, at the Nissan Stadium. October 13th, at the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival. October 17th at the Los Angeles SoFi Stadium. October 24th at the Minneapolis US Bank Stadium. October 29th, the Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. November 2nd, the Cotton Bowl Stadium in Dallas. November 6th at the Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. November 11th at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. November 15th, the Ford Field in Detroit. And November 20th at the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. Let's see, what else do we got? So you could catch Short Night 2 on the big screen in Fortnite if you haven't watched the film in game. DreamHack is Beyond is happening now to the 31st. What else do we got? I'm assuming that's it. All right, so we're gonna end this. Thank you guys so much for joining in, for supporting us every step of the way. Leave us a review, even just a rating on your favorite platform. Have a great one, folks. Until next time.